Good day, everyone. We are going to tackle the chapter 11, the periods. I am Armilin Alurga, and along with me are Shena Julina, Cherry May Mercene, and Robert Cesar Vital.
Historical background. History took another twist. Once more, the Filipino people regained their independence which they lost 20 years ago. Napakatagal na panahon na wala ng kalayaan ng ating mga kapwa Pilipino. In the span of 4 days from February 21 to 25, 1968, the so-called people power, lakas ng bayan prevailed. Bali, halos parang nagwagi sila na sa kanilang mga ipinaglalaban nung time na yon. Together, the people barricade the streets, petitioning the government for changes and reforms. Freedom became a reality, won through a peaceful, bloodless, and God-blessed revolution. Philippine society was in turmoil for a few weeks, but the rejoicing after the President Marcos was toppled down from the power was sheer euphoria. Singing, dancing, and shoutings were the order of the day. The events created overnight heroes. In these historical events, the role played by two big figures in history cannot be doubted. To Defense Minister Juan Ponce Enrile and Armed Forces Chief of Staff Fidel V. Ramos, as well as to the cause of freedom, do the Filipinos owe their gratitude for the blessings of independence? To the Filipino people, this is the true Philippine Republic, the true Republic of the Philippines.
The state of literature during this period. In the short span of the existence of the true Republic of the Philippines, several changes already became evident. This is noticed in the new Filipino songs, newspapers, speeches, and television programs. Number 1 is on newspapers and other publication. The now crowning newspapers that enjoyed an overnight increase in circulation were the Inquirer, Malaya, and the People's Journal. Malaya, originally named Ang Pahayagang Malaya, is a broadsheet newspaper in the Philippines headquartered at Intramuros, Manila. The newspaper was known for being one of the publications that fought against the presidency of Ferdinand Marcos. Another one is People's Journal. It is an English-language daily tabloid newspaper published by Philippine Journalists Incorporated. By June 12, 1986, a total of 19 local dailies, both in English and Filipinos, were in circulation. Nowhere in the 1950s had there been such a big number of newspapers in circulation. Number 2 is on books. Philippine literature is still in the making, and we are just beginning a new era. 2 books are conceived during this period. Number 1 is People Power. It was produced under a grant by the PCI Bank Human Resource Development Foundation, edited by Monina Alari Mercado, and published by the James B. Reuter S.J. Foundation. Another one is Bayan Ko. It was published by Project 28 Days Ltd. in June 1986 in Kowloon, Hong Kong, and co-published in the Philippines by Veritas Publication and Communication Foundation.
2 books were conceived during this period. First book is People Power, and sa presentation po, makikita natin dyan yung example po ng People Power na book. So, People Power was produced under a grant by the PCI Bank Human Resources Development Foundation, edited by Bonina, Allery Mercado, and published by the James B. Reuter S.J. Foundation. So, People Power was published po by the James B. Reuter S.J. Foundation. And next book po is another one is the Bayan Ko. And makikita din po natin dyan yung font po or yung harap po ng books na Bayan Ko. And Bayan Ko was published by the Project 28 Days Ltd. in June 1986 in Kowloon, Hong Kong, and co-produced po in the Philippines by Veritas Publication and Communication Foundation. In March 1987, the 7th National Book Awards cited several best book published in the 1987 according to the choices made by the Manila Critics Circle. Among those awarded were Dreamweaver Selected Poems in 1976 to 1986 by Marjorie Pernia and Awit at Corridor, Philippine Metrical Romance by Daminia L. Eugene. So, Book Fair Manila 88, organized by the Philippine Exhibit Company, was held on February 20 to 28, 1988. It was held with the belief that the requisition of knowledge not only enhances individual skills and capabilities, but more importantly, make positive contribution to the nation's development.
So, most of the popular Filipino songs heard were frequently broadcasted on both radio and television and were often accompanied by historical events or occurrences that greatly affected the Philippines, and the Filipinos have also benefited acclaim from all over the world. Handog ng Pilipino sa Mundo is a Filipino album put together as a collection of the several songs. The songs that was still being sung throughout the revolution's chaotic stage or phase was the Bayan Ko. It's almost like a second national anthem, and it's a great deal for most of the Filipinos since it uplifts their patriotic spirit. The lyrics were composed by Jose Corazon de Jesus on the 1982.
Ang bayang kong Pilipinas, lupain ang ginto't bulaklak, pag-ibigan sa kaniyang palad, nag-alay ng ganda't dilag, at sa kanyang at ganda, ayunan ang nahalina. Bayang ko, binihag ka, nasadlak sa isa. Ibon mang may layang lumipad, at umiiyak, bayang pa kayang sakdal ilag, ang di magnasang makaalpak.